We'd all be lying if we said that we aren't thinking about becoming maybe the third largest city in the state of Michigan this year. And we want to make sure everybody in Sterling Heights is counted. We want to make sure everybody in Macomb County is counted. We love our friends to the south in Warren, and we're sure that Mayor Fouts and his team is going to do everything to make sure that the residents in Warren are counted, and we want to make sure they're all counted as well. But we have an opportunity this year to not only be the largest city in Macomb County, the second largest city in Metro Detroit, the third largest city in the state of Michigan. So we're going to put all of our energy behind it. We're really excited about it. And I'll tell you who else is excited about it, the Stevenson dance team. So if you won't mind, join me in welcoming from Stevenson High School the Stevenson dance team. Join me in welcoming our mascot, Sterling B. Common. Well, we want to make sure that we put all of our efforts into it, and so we had a big splash tonight. We're going to be rolling out some buses that have the Sterling 2020 Census logo on it. We've got Sterling Be Counted, a mascot. I mean, I want to make sure that the community knows that there's nothing more important to us than making sure all of our residents are counted. And we're all going to have a huge effort to do it this year, so I'm really excited about it, and I think tonight was a great kickoff.
The census also determines the annual allocation of federal funds to states. Michigan will lose $1,800 per person per year for 10 years for every person not counted. So an undercount of just 2,000 people, which in our community, it would be very easy to do, would equate to about $3 million a year or $36 million over 10 years. And that's money that goes to residents in those different federal programs and services that our residents use every day.
We've also got our website, as was mentioned earlier, sterling-heights.net/census2020, where this presentation, as well as the video and other relevant information regarding the 2020 census will be located, including flyers in English, as well as Melanie said, other languages, but we've got some select pieces that are going to be translated into Arabic for those who represent communities where that's going to be important.
These are the types of funds that really help to take care of that whole person in terms of the academics as well as the health, and it's so critical that everyone is counted so we can continue to provide this support.
We've set out in our school district to focus on ways to help people, students and families feel connected to the school district, and I see that as a critical gateway for the census to be successful.
And we realize how important it is for our community to be engaged and involved in the count. During the last census, there was an estimated 44,000 Chaldeans counted in the 2010 census. We did our own study with the University of Michigan, United Way, and other institutions, and they counted 160,000 Chaldeans in the state. So when you talk about an undercount, there's a lot of fear of the government in our community. There's a language barrier. They don't know what to check off, right? I mean, if you don't live around here, what's a Chaldean? I'm still trying to figure it out. But those are some of the challenges and issues that we're facing in our community, but we're going to address them. We're going to be as engaged, so you can count on us and check in every one of those boxes.
There's nothing more important in Sterling Heights this year than making sure every resident is counted for federal funding purposes, for our apportionment, for representation in Lansing and Washington, D.C. We got to do everything we can to make sure every resident in Sterling Heights is counted.